Hi YouTube, hope you're all doing well. It's Kieran from Tapflo. Today we're going to go over a nice project we did for a solvent manufacturer. These pumps and these actuated valves were being used to recirculate solvent through a drum line. And we're going to go over basically the TC50s, why they were selected, what they do, what the benefits are, and also these actuated diaphragm valves, why they were selected, what they do, and what the benefits are. So why were the TC50 selected for this application? So firstly, the solvent is a mixture of a Chemlock and xylene solution, so it's some really nasty stuff. Now these TC50s are in our PTT execution. What that means is they've got PTFE internals, which we know is resistant with their chemicals they're pumping, and also the side housings and the inlet manifolds are machined from a solid block HDPE material, which means they are fully resistant to their process and what they're pumping. So these were being used for, as I mentioned previously, solvent recirculation. Now the TC50s, these can go up to a 50 litres a minute maximum flow. Now with the LEAP you can actually get a bit more at about 65 to 70 litres a minute when you go them on full whack with air. These particular units were being used between the 10 litre per minute to the 40 litre per minute mark, completely variable thanks to the LEAP integration module, which means that they can put them to a control panel and they can really vary what flow rate they actually want. So what are the benefits with these pumps? Now, as I mentioned earlier, the side housings are machined from a solid block design, which means that you've got a high chemical and mechanical inertness, about 6 to 7 times more resilient than what polypropylene would be, press molded polypropylene would be. The benefit, well, one of the main benefits with the LEAP module is the fact that it can be fully integrated to the control panel, which means it gives them the full feedback they need, especially when it comes to the pulse output of the pump. So you know how many times it's stroking per second, which then allows you to tailor the flow rate that you require. Some other benefits, such as it uses up to 70% less air, especially when you are operating at low pressures, and also the fact that there is very little pulsation with these pumps because there's no dwell with the diaphragm stroke, so they don't need any form of pulsation dampener or auxiliary equipment like that when you are operating at low pressures. So there's also some more generalised benefits when it comes to LEAP, such as lower noise because you're working at lower pressures, lower maintenance required, again because you're working at lower pressures, and also improved maintenance because you can quite easily strip the air valve out within 2 minutes and without having to take it from the line. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the actuated valves we selected for this one. So why did we select them? The main benefit is from the wetted material contact parts. Because it's a nasty solvent, the diaphragm inside this is PTFE, and also the material of the body is stainless steel. So we know that the parts that come into contact with said solvent is going to be fully inert and resistant. The actuator is a multi-turn actuator, so rather than with diaphragm valves, what generally is the case of just on or off, this gives you full controllability of having different set points. So if you want it 20% open or 40% open, you can do that. The reason why you want to do that is for flow control, especially when you come down to different recirculation paths and if the pump flow rate is splitting off down 2 or 3 different sections. So that was this specific application overview for a solvent recirculation line. If you've got any applications where you need something a bit more thought about or engineered to your process, do get in touch today. Cheers guys.